Hey guys, how are you? I'm a state certified instructor. I teach teens and adults. We're going to talk about how you learn how to drive. We're going to be driving through a neighborhood, going on some residential streets. Then we're going to do an expressway. Whenever you drive, I need you to stay to the middle right. We're in North America, and as you can see, the car is to the middle right. We want to have good speed, good space. I'm at about 18 miles an hour. It is almost 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so we're still going to have some traffic. Signal your intention. I want to come up to the stop sign and stop for 3 seconds. 1001, 1002, and 1003. I'm looking to my left because there is a vehicle coming. So I'm going to wait till they go by. And then I'm going to make my turn. I turn hand over hand into the turn, and I turn out. I'm going to share the road with the truck. I'll let them go by, and then I'll get back over. I take my clients, my students in neighborhoods. Neighborhoods are great areas to take beginners. And here's another stop sign, so I want to come up and stop. Make sure your students are on the correct side of the road. We're in North America. We drive on the right side. So I look left, I look right, I look left. We're making a left turn. Look into your turn. You should see your student, your clients look where they want to go, and you want to turn out slow. I'm going to squeeze my brakes. And as you can see, I'm looking where I want to go. Look into your turn and turn out hand over hand. You want good speed control. You want good eye movement. I want to signal my intention, 100 feet, a half a block. You'll be able to hear the blinker. I'm going to come up and stop for 3 seconds. 1001, 1002, 1003. But I can't see, so I need to move up to look left and right. So I'm going to move up, and I'm looking where I'm going. So I'm going to take my time. I'm looking left and right. There are cars coming. So I'm still going to wait. And teach your student or client to turn in the nearest lane. Keep your turn short, and you see me turn out. A lot of beginners look down. So if I was a beginner, I'm going to stare down. Literally, I'm not looking where I'm going, so the car is going over to the right. That's scary. So teach your son or daughter or your client to look ahead, aim high. I'm scanning. Also, a lot of beginners will start slowing down when they see the green light because they're scared the light's going to change. Teach them to trust what you say. Look for the do not walk sign or the countdown timer. We want to teach our students to not slam brakes and also not run lights. This is the backside of the course that I take clients on. You want to see your students squeeze their brakes. I'm at 39, I'm at 31, I'm at 29, I'm at 15. And you want to go into the turn slow. You should have a nice view and accelerate out. In this area, because it's an open area, you could have deer, you could have coyotes, you could have people speeding around a curve. Also, you should be able to see on this curve, a lot of beginners tend to focus on the left, going off the road to the left, or stare at the curve to the right. Teach them to have good lane positioning. You want to have them square to the right and square to the left. Real smooth. Real easy. We're about 40, which is the max I want to see my students go, because a lot of beginners go really fast in the curve and centrifugal force will pull us out to the right. So this is kind of a real relaxing route. If you're an instructor, you can really maximize coaching by getting multiple students on and off the expressway without using a lot of fuel. In the driver's education school, they taught us to find routes that are effective, that students could get a lot of practice going on the freeway, going off the freeway with minimal use of gasoline or electric. So I'm going in smoothly. I'm at about 43. You can see how that car kind of popped out of nowhere without headlights on. Also, a lot of beginners will stare at intersections and they'll lose focus. I'm going to show you a late stop. A lot of beginners will stop at the last second. I'm at 30. See how hard I got to hit the brakes? A lot of beginners will do that because they don't understand depth perception. I'm looking to the left, make sure they look left, right, left. Have them turn hand over hand in the nearest lane, L-A-N-E. I'm starting to accelerate up, feeding the throttle. We have to make a right turn at the light. So we want to go in under 20 miles an hour. Beginners will go in 35, 40, and 50 and not squeeze the brake, and you'll end up rolling over. So I'm squeezing the brake. I'm at about 22, and I go in really easy. Now here's a tip. A lot of beginners will go really slow. The car behind me broke the law. They should not have gone. So I'm at 42, which is a little slow. So I wanted to show you this. I'm at about 50. 50's okay, but in this region, they drive 70. So I'm 20 under. So I'm gonna show you what a beginner does. They're gonna come out at the last second. You're gonna see a car to my left barely get over. So that gray car almost ran us over because we merged out too slow. So we're gonna go around the course again, and I'm gonna show you what you must coach, what you must teach. There are two schools of thought. You can leave your blinker on, you can cut it off. We have to make a right turn. I'm coming in about 60, a little too fast, so I'm gonna slow us down before we get into the curve. I'm at 40 now. Now I feel more under control. So you're beginners, or if you are a student looking at this, you're gonna bring in a lot of speed and scare your parents and scare your instructor. Go into the curve slow. So I'm at 34, I can control the car. I'm looking up and around the curve. A lot of beginners will look straight and the car will go into the ditch. I've been in the ditch before and it's not fun. Okay, green, I look, I check, and I'm looking into the nearest lane. Teach them, go in the nearest lane. A lot of beginners will go in the second lane. They'll overturn the wheel. I'm at 29. Now I'm on the brakes. This is where they slow down. A lot of beginners don't slow down. If you don't slow down, you're going to crash. I'm at 18. Keep your turn short. Nearest lane. Accelerate through. We haven't even driven, 3 miles, but yet we've got on the expressway, we've gotten off. It takes a lot of repetition. Parents, if you're looking at this, or young drivers, or middle-aged drivers, you want an instructor similar to me who's going to tell you what you're doing right, tell you what you're doing wrong, and give you that support. At about 37, we're starting to lose a little bit of daylight. I'm going to clean the windows just so they're clean and clear. Excuse us, the driver's side car is a little bit dirty. Also, here's a funny, weird point. Whenever we wash the driver's side car, a lot more people look at us. A lot more traffic looks at us. So I'm not saying we don't want to wash the car, but when you clean your car, you're going to have a lot more people looking at your car. We all need clean cars. Speed control is really nice. I'm at about 38. My hands are at 9 and 3. I'm looking, I'm not looking down. And instructors and parents, you need to look at your child, look at the driver. Occasionally, they'll just nod off to sleep. I've had a lot of drivers just fall asleep. So we're at about 40. That car pulled it right out in front of me. See how dangerous this is? See? Really dangerous. So that's what people will do, and that will cause an accident. I wanted you to see that. This would freak out a driver. They decided to pull out in front of me, and then they blew the stop sign. So two wrong things. We have to teach our next generation drivers. So I want to have a complete stop, and I'm coming up to edge and I'm looking to the left. You can see the front, you can see me looking to the left. I'm going to let this truck go by. Then I'm going to accelerate into the nearest lane. Make sure they stop. That one driving error can potentially throw off a calm driver, make them very nervous, have a lot of anxiety. You as instructor, you've got to hold it together. We don't race to yellow lights, we slow down safely at yellow lights. And teach them to stop at the stop line. You should be able to see it. And we want to stop behind the line, because we are preparing our young drivers to pass the road test when they're 16, 17, or 18. It varies from state to state, province to province. So cars are coming from the left. They're going to be merging on the expressway. We're going to go on our second time, and I want to show you what your beginning driver, your young adult, your 16 to 19-year-old will do, may do, might do. Everyone's a little bit different. That's a nice green colored truck. It's a nice color. It's like a pearl green. So teach them to look. We as advanced drivers look around, see our environment. I could turn on red, but I'm gonna wait just like I'm a beginning driver. I might get honked at, that's okay. Calm your driver down. They're gonna be nervous. There's the green, we look, we check, and then we turn real slow. And then we accelerate out. I'm at 29, and this is a small engine. It does not have a turbo, so we have to rely on our foot. There's a semi truck coming, so this is going to be a teachable moment. I'm at about 60 coming out, and you want to teach your driver to accelerate up, blinker, mirror, turn signal, and get them out to that first lane. We're at about 71. We drop our speed back down, and we're at about 69 miles an hour. The merch is pretty good. We do have a big semi truck behind us. And I'm just maintaining good speed. They used a blinker, kind of dangerous, not really enough room. I want you to use this as a tutorial to help you. This brings you value. Give it a thumbs up. Give it a like. Have pretty good speed control. Truck to the left, 4 blind spots, left side, right side, front and back. I want to keep moving. Let's perform a lane change. Tell them mirror, turn signal, blind spot, have them get over, accelerate through the lane change, cancel the blinker. You're a student, you're a client, teen or adult should be able to do maneuvers. The evening is a good time to drive. I get a lot of questions on driving anxiety. So if you have someone who has a lot of anxiety, this time of evening is pretty good. I'm going to get back over one lane to the right, mirror, turn signal, blind spot. I'm right back in. It's taking my time, keeping my space, off the gas. So this curve, I want to share some information. A lot of beginners don't know that you're supposed to slow down on an exit. So you're going to have students doing 60, 70. Have them slow down before we go into the curve, because centrifugal force will pull us out to the left and you'll end up in the ditch. So I'm at about 30, going real easy. We are velocitized. That's a feeling of going very, very slow. So you're going to push the gas. Turning on my left blinker, I'll be in the inside lane. There are 4 lanes. You have to know the route you're going on. Your instructor should know the route. You should drive with a purpose. If you're just driving to drive, you're wasting time, you're wasting fuel, and you're not learning. Teach them to see the rear of the tires. Again, we're showing you this so you can pass your road test. That's the purpose of this. We're not out here playing. We're not out here wasting time. We're showing you how to pass your road test, what you need to do, and use this information to help you. If this is bringing you value, you need to be subscribing. You need to be looking at all the videos that are on the channel. So we're waiting. This car does have auto shut off, and the motor shuts off to save fuel, so I think that's very good. I'm checking my rear mirror because I do not want to get rear-ended. There's a semi-truck coming up to my right. You'll see it come all the way up. That was the truck that was behind us. So I don't want to get caught. So the semi-truck's going to go ahead and move forward. I'm going to make sure that I see the car ahead of us. See, I've seen that before. You'll get squeezed. And I want to stay away from that. That's the car that cut us off barely with the blinker. So I'm off the gas. Gravity's pulling us down. You're a road tester. I do road test prep. They're looking for you to control the vehicle. Have control, show control, and then when you have control and show control, your road tester will give you a very good grade. When I'm instructing people, I'm looking for them to have control of the vehicle. I am teaching people, they are more nervous, they do ask questions, and you're supposed to answer questions as an instructor. If you're a parent, your son or daughter does not know how to drive, don't just lay back and play on the phone. You need to be supporting them, you need to be helping them, you need to be guiding them. So I maintain a good speed. The speed limit is 50, but the volume of traffic, we're at 40. Trying to maintain good distance. The headlights do cause some glare, so if your son or daughter or the client has eyeglasses, make sure your windshield is clean. Our windshield is about 80%. It could be wiped off inside and out, but it's okay. This is a double left turn. I'm going to turn on my blinker. I came in where the line is broke, and I come in, and we want to see students stop at or behind the stop line. L-I-N-E, perfect stop. Now, if a truck makes a left turn, someone runs a light and makes a tight left turn, we do not have to get involved in this. You can see the cars making left turns. This is a great teachable moment. I look at how hard are these people coming into the turn? How much speed do they have? I check my mirror. There's a white vehicle behind me. This guy to my left is moving up for nothing. Why would he even do that? There's a scientific study, people who drive Subarus, and that's the STI, tend to drive very fast and more aggressive. We've done some research on this. So this person's revving up their car, getting ready to jump the light. You don't want to do that at dangerous intersections. And instructors and parents, if your son or daughter is a little bit more gas pedal happy, you're probably going to get hit. We want to proceed when it's clear. We look left and right, and then start accelerating. And then, sounds like his car is not tuned up properly. Then I'm going to turn here, and I'm going to go up real easy. And then let's talk about angle parking for a moment. So I'm going to look, I'm going to split the line in half. All right, let's give a conclusion. I'm a state certified driving instructor. I've given you some great tips on observation skills, speed control, merging on the expressway, lane changing. I went on twice, 2 merges on, 2 exits off. Your son and daughter or your client won't know everything. If you're screaming, yelling at them, making rude remarks, they're not going to like you. The word is going to get out. Google will be your enemy because they're going to leave negative comments, and that's going to kill your business. On the other side, if your instructor, coach, drivers are mean to you, stop. You can find someone else. I'll be available for a virtual session. You never should be yelling at a beginning driver, making them feel self-conscious, because they are learning how to drive. You need to have your kid gloves on, your adult gloves on. People are very sensitive. And you need to show humility and kindness. When you show humility and kindness, they're more apt to try to please you, execute the maneuvers. You may have to turn the wheel slightly. You may have to tell them to squeeze the brake a little bit more. You need to verbalize what the merge looks like because they don't know how to merge on the expressway. You need to tell them, okay, you're going to make a left turn at the next light. I need you to get over into the left turn lane. Sometimes our beginners, and this is for teens and adults in their late 20s, early 30s, and 40s, because a lot of people don't drive. You need to be very consistent. You need to show kindness, and you need to be willing to allow them to make mistakes. Because if you're very short, I told you, why do you keep hitting the brake? If you're saying comments like this, that anxiety's going to come in, that self-doubt's going to come in, and they're going to shut down on you when they're making a left turn. And we all know left turns are very dangerous. I need you to subscribe to the channel. Give it a thumbs up. I hope you enjoyed this.